Hey guys, I am not ready. That's for sure. Hey guys, we're going to address the fuel tank today. So I'm going to try and drain it, and then I grabbed some apple cider vinegar. I couldn't find Evapo-Rust anywhere. I went to 3 different stores and got nothing. So that's kind of frustrating. Anyways, what I'm going to do is just drain the tank as best as I can, and then we're going to not Evapo-Rust it. Oh, come on. Then we're going to hit it with some apple cider vinegar, and after that we will probably hit the inside with some Marbles mystery oil and maybe pressure wash it out. I don't know. We'll see. But I just filled it up. I noticed that there was some fine rust particulates in there. Now, while this is draining, I'm going to go grab the keys so I can open the gas tank, and we'll take a look inside and just see how it looks. I'm not necessarily sure what exactly is going on with it, but in the past I've had issues with this tank. The tripod doesn't want to stand still. In the past I've had issues with it. I had a small fuel filter on it, and the fuel filter just, clogged, and I died on the highway. I put up with that for about a year, and then after that I parked the bike and stopped using it. So I've got spring break coming up. I was thinking about buying a new bike, but I didn't want to abandon this project, so I'm still kind of on the fence, but we'll see. Alright, so as that's draining, you can see in there maybe. I'm trying to get some light above there. Come on, come back on. It is rusty in there. It's mainly just surface rust. So hopefully we'll get this figured out. Anyways, while this is draining, there's really no need to have you guys watch the whole thing, so I'm gonna stop the cameras, and then I'll come back once this is empty. Alright, cool. Drain the tank, and it was pretty rusty inside, so I pulled the petcock, and there's just flakes of nastiness. So I'm amazed that she was able to run the way that she was. Of course that would happen. First I just blew off this stuff. We'll wait for that to stop. Eventually it will. Alright, there we go. So here's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna clean this area up. I'm going to hit the petcock one more time with some air. So, that cleaned up pretty nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is put this all back on. Get the gasket in there. Oh my gosh, screwdrivers. They're so outdated. That took forever. Okay, petcock back on. Flip the tank. Turn this guy off. Give her a wipe down. And then, of course, grab the key. I don't know if you can see. I'm not using my normal stuff. Oh, come on, camera. Why you gotta be such a turd? Alright, you guys can see. Said it was pretty nasty in there. Let's try and get some light in there from this angle. Maybe. There you go. Maybe. I can't quite get the angle right, but it's pretty muddy looking in there. I wanted to do evaporust, but I could not find any evaporust. You'd think that an automotive store, AutoZone, would have it. They didn't. You'd think that a tractor supply store, Atwood's, they didn't have it in stock, and Walmart didn't have it in stock. I could not find any frickin' evaporust anywhere. I was like, have I been Mandela affected? Does evaporust not exist anymore? Like, what happened? So, I was like, oh, well, apple cider vinegar, that'll be cheaper. This stuff is like $5 a gallon. So maybe it is cheaper. Who knows? Okay, there's 1 gallon of apple cider vinegar. Great value. I got this at Walmart. And you're sitting on my other gallon, so I'm going to move you. Okay, so we got 1 gallon in. I don't know if my recording stopped. And I updated the firmware on this camera, and I still haven't figured out if it's okay. It is recording now. Anyway, I got 2 gallons. I'm gonna do 2 gallons in, and then we're gonna set it out in the sun, slosh it around a bit. I've done this in the past, and I had this tank pretty much cleaned out, but it flash rusted when I stored it. So what I'm gonna do a little bit different this time is, we're going to fill it back up with gas immediately, but I can't speak. I'm going to mix some of that gas with some Marvels and give it a good swishing right after. Okay. Put the cap on. Give the tank a wipe down. Like 5 years ago I said I was going to paint this tank. Okay, so we're going to go set this guy out in the sun. And I guess I can give you a little look around on the bike, how I've got the electronics and stuff if you're interested. Slosh, slosh, slosh. It is windy. Alright, so here is the bike without any stuff on it. So this is the 11th Hour Industry. Some people were asking about it. I bought it several years ago. I noticed that their website is down, but the Facebook page seems somewhat active still. So the guy usually posts when he's working on stuff. And then once he posts the manifolds, they're basically sold out immediately. So it's kind of hit and miss if you want one of these. I'm toying with the idea of doing dual Makunis or something on here. Like I said, I'm toying with the idea. We will see. Not on this bike. I have another 440 in the barn that I rebuilt the engine and tossed it in the barn because, life happens and I stopped riding for like a year and a half. But anyways, I'm riding again. I was thinking that, I thought I had a valve stems leaking in here, which was going to piss me off because I just rebuilt the top end on this motor about 2 years ago and replaced I rebuilt the entire engine. I blew the rod bearings, so I had to put new to me rods and bearings in it, and threw her back together, and she's been running good, but I think I was running so rich, it was causing, unburnt fuel to contaminate the engine and whatnot, because every time I'd pull the plug, it was just all nasty. So I hope that now that we've got the rich condition cleaned up, that she'll work a little better. But here's take the side covers off and everything. The setup that I've got going on right now, it's stock coil. Everything is stock except for the carb, really. These are NGK plugs or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Made in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. They're plugs that I stole off of that 750 over there. The battery box is all the same. I have a much smaller battery in there, and then just the wires are just tossed in. I really need to clean up this frame and, paint it, actually. Put it together the correct way. Maybe fix this mess of wiring. These poor bikes, they go through so much crap. But at least they've got, they're still on the road. Starter solenoid. I've had issues with the starter solenoids in the past. I replaced this one like 3 times. And I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's a little rundown on the bike. Well, it's been about 30 minutes or so. You probably can't see much in there. There are some chunks of rust showing. I can feel it just scraping away at the bottom. But it is a 3-gallon gas tank, and I only had 2 gallons of apple cider vinegar. So there was about a third of the tank that wasn't getting, treated or covered. It wasn't submerged. So I went inside and looked around. I did have a gallon of just white distilled vinegar. I figured it won't hurt anything. I know people have said apple cider is the best to use, but I wasn't going to run to the store to go buy more, so I just added a 3rd gallon. So I've got 2 gallons of apple cider, 1 gallon of white vinegar. It seems to be working okay. I've just been messing around, coming and checking on it. I'm impatient, but I'm thinking it'll be fine. I haven't seen any leaks or anything. The tank was fine. This is a puddle here, but you can see it came down from the top. But anyways, so I'm going to let it sit. We've got it back here. It's noon, so should get plenty of sunlight to, hopefully absorb some of that heat in there and speed up the process, I guess. I don't know. I'm so impatient. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll check back later. Cool. Hey, we're back. It's the next day. It's the next day. I've been incredibly patient, I guess, because I let it sit for a full 24 hours. It feels smooth inside in some spots. I think once we hit it with the pressure washer, a lot of this stuff in here that's not quite off will come off. So, it smells like vinegar. I'm going to open the petcock onto reserve. And, yeah, we're just going to let it drain. That's going to take forever. We're not going to do that. Let's take the gas cap off and do that way. I'll let it continue to drain as I do that. You can see some of the particulates in there. Of course, the screwdriver is too big. That looks nice and clean. Here, check it out. I don't know if you'll be able to see quite down there, but if I shine some extra light in there, that looks like clean metal. So what I'm going to do is flip it over. I'm going to take the petcock off because we've still got some in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick the pressure washer in there and just go to town. Oh. Just looking in here, it looks brand new. I'm going to try and get as much of this out as possible. There's a little bit of rust still at the lip, but if you can see in there, which I don't know if you can, it is. Here, I'll take the camera out and get you a little closer. It is clean in there. Look at that. So it's coming out pretty clean now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I've got the gas right here. I'm going to dump this in the burn pit. I'd say we had some rust. Check this out. This is the particulates that are left over. Yeah, I think we needed to clean the tank, huh? And this is after I dumped the bucket. Okay, so to stop that from happening, what I'm going to do now, I've got the gasoline we took out of the tank right here, and I mixed it with Marvel's mystery oil. I kind of want to, not too worried about, and try and get it, but I want to flush out as much of the water as I can right now. You can see it's a little pink because of the Marvels. So, alright, I went and found a replacement. Just a 10mm bolt. Luckily, I have dozens of them because everything on a Japanese bike is a 10mm, so I found another one. I'm not going to put it in there. Let's see if this one works any better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is nice and clean. I can't give you guys a better angle for the... What do you think? Did it work? I think it worked. That looks good. Did you see? Yeah, you saw. You saw how much crap came out of there. Sweet. All right, cool. I'm gonna go. All right, gas tank is clean. I'm gonna clean up the gas tank a little bit more, and I'm gonna call that good for today. So we'll put it back on the bike, and I'll have to, because I don't have enough fuel. I need to go get fuel anyway, so I'll grab some cans and get some fuel and fill her up. But I think that Marvel's Mystery in there will help the flash rust from, keep it from happening again. And we'll get her going. So, anyways, a really long video, not a how-to, but that's how I cleaned my gas tank. And we'll check back in it in a couple weeks to see how it actually holds up. Cool. All right, if you liked the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment if there's something you think I should do better. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have ideas. I should probably coat the inside. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to call it goods there. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.